So how do we find similar frames? Again, what we are trying to compare each and every frame, frame I versus frame J. Basically, we can do now is create a simple matrix, and here is my output. This is an interesting way of looking at things, right? In this case, assume that if it's a black value, it's the most similar. That is, they're pretty much the same. If I did a Manhattan distance between two frames that are the same, so if I just did, say, let's say difference between F1 and F1 itself, what would I get? Well, I'd get distance 0. In this case, 0 would mean a black pixel in this image. So basically, this kind of starts showing an interesting structure. This is for the candle example we've looked at. And now if you start looking at it, you kind of notice that, yes, the most similar one is the image itself. That's why the diagonal is black. But once in a while, you see sometimes off diagonal. And of course, you also see other frames that are similar that are actually somewhere far off. So for example, here might be a frame. This might be F50, but here is F100. That is also somewhat similar. So now I can actually look for these types of things. So we can compute the Euclidean distance between all of them for all the n frames. And now basically this is what our major axes looks like. These were the most similar. So of course, one way of transitioning the traditional way in video is just going this way, right? We go from the beginning and to the end and we play all the frames. In this matrix here, black are similar frames because again, the distance is almost 0, and white are dissimilar frames. Similar frames are the ones that would be the best to jump to. So now I could, of course, go here, and rather than go all the way there, I can jump to another one. Black are the most similar frames, so I can move to this one. And then, of course, I can jump back this way. And that's the looping we come up with. So I've already just shown you one simple loop. You can imagine we can do loads of loops like this. I can go up here and jump back and go there. Go up here, jump here, and come around and keep on looping. And that was the yellow dot you saw at the bottom of the candles that I was showing you.